Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info. Hopefully nobody's getting motion sickness here. Bloody hell, he's zooming in a lot. And we are currently looking at, let's pull up the menu here, cases in the KV-4 or KV-Fourtress as I like to call this thing. Let's see, we have an AMX 50B, T125, A3, Batchet, Tier 10 Artillery, ugh, that's the auto-loading kind. E75 ST1/I, that's some armor, damn. Yeah, there's a lot of armor in front of us. And but looks of it, Cases here does enjoy his KV-Fourtress with the Marksman's barrel there. Going off the Marksman's barrel. I know I've been talking about this before, but I don't know what happened to this tank, but for me, I lost all interest in it. I don't know why, it's sort of just stopped being fun. The gun just started to massively misbehave. It kind of felt like it was ninja nerfed or something. Like the gun, I get you not, at point blank would still miss. And that's, you know, quote unquote, the most accurate gun on this thing. It's not all that accurate, but, you know, it's just, what the hell? Why? And it really bums me out because I really enjoyed this tank, but it just, yeah, I don't know. It stops being fun. So, Cases here is currently loading the premium. Can't really blame him in this kind of matchup, although for a 50B you really don't need it. I mean, you can pin that thing. Let's take a look here. What does the premium shells have? 320 damage, 289 pin. Wow, that's pretty damn high. Normally it has 227 pin, which is still quite adequate for most things, really. That's one of the good things about this tank. It has one of the highest penetration of all tier 8 heavies. So you really can't complain about the penetration on the gun. I don't know if it's still the case though. It's still the highest. So the M103 is saying pull back. Cases here is listening to it. Well, he is listening to it. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh crap. 50B missing a KV. Missing a KV. Has a good repair though. Come on, and there. Okay, not too bad. We got, you know, damaged a bit there, but nothing too extraordinary. Oh, that. Why? That's a bit of a twitchy finger. Seem to have something to say behind us. Oh, the M103. Okay. That looked like a stock gun on the M103 there. 50B. Put a nice shot on his face. So, shooting premium rounds right now? Well, really not that necessary, to be honest. You would have done fine with just the normal rounds. I mean, that shot may not have pinned, although it went into his hull armor, so it probably still would have. So, no, I don't think that premium rounds are necessary at all at this point. Just some good aiming, and that one I'm not sure if it would have gone through. Those are dodgy shots to take, you know, at a tier 9, that kind of angle. But, I don't know if it's smart to blast through your stash of APCR when it's still the beginning of the game and not all that necessary. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to burn through all of your premium ammo if you might still need it a bit later to fight your way out of this, you know, shithole or whatever. Come on, reload! Yes. That was a bit of a dangerous shot. We almost hit our ally, and that would have put a severe dent in his face. We did hit him. Come on, weak spot, weak spot. Yes. The aim was actually slightly off, but the shot deviated into his weak spot anyways. That's nice. Yep, I would have done the same. Finish off that AMX first. Top priority to kill. And then the KV-5. KV-5 was certainly less of a threat. Yeah, fall back. That's not going to work. If he's going to fall back now, he's too late. Falling back now would just be suicide. You're just giving your side if you do. So, where the hell are they? We have a T30, AMX 50B, KV-5. Oh, what? How the hell did he get up that close without being spotted? KV-5, still quite healthy. But, oh, we do have the... Oh, what? We just bounced a T30 shell. Making the absolute right call here, ignoring the KV-5. Taking out this thing. Very, very much needed. Artillery putting in a shell in the KV-5. Swing that gun around. Oh, not too much depression. Come on, reload, reload. There we go. Finishing off. Whew. That was a absolutely necessary shot by our artillery. Would have not come out of that one alive without it. Oh shit! No, no, no! Oh, that hurt. Turret was damaged. Oh shit. This might be our end. I don't know if we're gonna survive. Let's go for a tracking shot. Well played. Definitely want to keep him stuck as long as we can. Oh, we got a friend. Oh, we bounced a shell. Hello, have you met my friend E75? He's gonna rip your face. So, about those premium shells that headshots still work. I was gonna say, about those premium shells you could have used. Come on, reload, reload. Headshot. Ah, too late. Dang it. Okay, E3 spotted in the middle. He's just over the bridge, and then enemy artillery spotted in the base. He is dead. All that is left is the E3. See his health now. He's a little bit too far out. Yeah. So this tank, it's just, how do I put it? It just survives. Oh, that's the end of it. So this tank, it's just so incredibly sturdy. If you angle it correctly, you can bounce. Well, you saw it. A damn T30 shell. That's not one of the lightest calibers to bounce. And yet this thing can bounce it. This thing can still hold its own in tier 10. The armor isn't fantastic, and you do have to angle it, but there's also a lot of flat spots in this tank, and it can be super troll one game, and then the next game people will pen at any and all excessive kind of angles, and you're just wondering, like, where the hell did my armor go? And that's what I kind of got sick of on this tank. With all the new tanks coming out and everybody's getting more and more penetration, it's basically penetration creep. Like, all the pen is going up and up and up and up and up and up and up, 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 and your armor stays the same. So eventually people are just going to be able to pen you regardless. And I feel like in all the tanks it has pretty much come to the point where armor is useless, for the most part. If people can't pen normally, they'll switch to APCR and they'll pen you regardless of your armor. So it's actually not advantageous to have armor anymore in the game, and it's really sad because that should be the strong suit of some of the heavy tanks, that you have armor. Yes, it still works in a lot of cases, but in a lot and just in growing cases it doesn't anymore, and that's what bothers me with all the tanks. But they are hopefully going to fix that with the whole sandbox thing. They're really going to test all the balancing features and take small segments so they can really focus on those, get that out, and continue to do that. So, looking forward to that. Hopefully that will yield some good, fast results with clear data and get going from there. They have to start somewhere, and I think that the game is very much overdue for a complete rebalance. Because light tanks nowadays are pretty much useless. Not quite, but you know what I mean. With the new physics and all that, they're kind of useless. Heavy tanks with armor, they're just going to get pinned by APCR at premium rounds, and your armor is useless. Slow tanks just get annihilated by artillery. Doesn't matter what map you're on, you're just going to get annihilated. Medium tanks are pretty much the best place to be because you can do anything and everything, and you know, nobody expects a certain role out of you, and you know, that's it. So TDs pretty much got nerfed in more than one way. They got nerfed in view range, they got nerfed in some cases in mobility, they got nerfed in well, actually all of them got nerfed in mobility because of the new physics and their ability to not do handbrake turns and that sort of shit. They got nerfed in the way of all the new maps coming out, having hills everywhere so you don't have any clear lines on anything anymore. Bushes have gotten removed, so pretty much they got nerfed into oblivion as well, for the most part. So they're fixing all the things, but in all the wrong ways. and they've just been dancing around this rebalancing of the game by grabbing one class at a time and sort of screwing them up rather than fixing it, if that makes sense. Like, you know, with the TDs, it's really no fun to play TDs on most maps because it's just frustrating not getting a line on anything. They're supposed to be ambush kind of snipers, not ambush, you have to come around this corner and then I can shoot you and then I'm dead because I just fired and for the next 12 seconds I can't do anything and everybody's just gonna rape me and that was my game. Woohoo, but at least I got the one shot off. Now, now I do get that TDs are hard to balance because you don't want invisible snipers. That we've been there, that sucked. You still can have that, but a lot less than we used to have. So I get that it's difficult, but they've been just going about it all wrong. And this massive overhaul is so incredibly needed to get this game into the condition that it needs to be in, and to let this game be fun again. And yeah, I really can't wait for that. Artillery is included in that, of course. But anyways, I've been yapping on long enough. Let's take a look at the stats. And here we are with the stats. Mastery Badge First Class. We got a Shellproof, a Spartan. We didn't really, in terms of damaging people, do a whole lot. But we did help that flank when our tier 9s already fell back. The tier 8 was still holding the flank against 3 of them. Now, big help to the, from the artillery. So shout out to... who was it? Where's the Artie? There's the Artie. I think it was that one. I don't know. One of these two. Put a big old shell into that KV-5 and that saved our ass because he did have our ass. And if played well, the KV-5 can actually be dangerous on the ass. Penetration is not that high, but if he has your ass, rate of fire on that thing is not bad. The damage is, not terrible, so yeah. But overall, we had a pretty good team. I mean, just look at the amount of damage done. But at the top here, we have cases doing 3.2k damage, getting 1200 experience. That is not bad at all. Firing 15, hitting 14, pin 12. Now, I do have to say that he fired a lot of premium, and you can see then how much he lost. And I don't think it was necessary. Yeah, shooting at that T30 at range at that kind of angle, but in all honesty, the turret was a no-go anyways. You're not going to go through that anyways. So I think he could have just gotten away with normal AP ammo, and you should have done fine. So I don't think that's pretty much most of the APCR is really necessary. I get the effect of being at a tier 8 in a tier 10 game, in a very tier 10 game with a lot of armor that you just want to pen every shot because, you kind of need to. Yeah, but I don't think on a lot of the shots it was really necessary. Especially shooting a French tank, you really don't need a PCR for a French tank. Probably the HE would have still penetrated and did full damage, more than likely. So, 3.2k damage done. We took 14 hits to the face, 4 of them penetrated, 10 did not, for 3,000 damage blocked by armor. So when this thing behaves, it definitely behaves, but this was a 9.5 replay. My experience with the tank is newer than that, and I don't know, it feels like they changed it. I don't know why. I went through in the patch notes, couldn't find anything, but it just feels like it. So, we spotted 1 damage 4, destroyed 3. Let's see, what do we have here? Player assistance, right. 718 damage. Woo! Not a lot. Kind of expected that to be more. Especially on the KV-5. That was only 621 damage by the RD. Okay. Felt like it was more. Or maybe it didn't register as damage for us. So how much damage did we do to it? Because nobody else fired at him. We put in this. We did 1100 damage to the damn thing. Wow, didn't even know it was that much. We did 1100 and the artillery, I'm guessing, did 600. Yeah, that makes sense. That's full HP. Okay. So yeah, we lost a lot of money. Like I said, I don't think it was fully necessary in all of those shots. Could have switched back between the AP and the APCR and, kind of balance it out. Like I said, I do understand being bottom tier in a match like that, but especially for the French, it was not necessary. For KV-5, it is not necessary. If you just hit his weak spot, about 180 pen is more than enough to go through there reliably. So, yeah, it really wasn't necessary in some of those shots. But regardless, experience-wise, still a great game. And thank you for sending it in. And I can delete another replay out of my inbox. Woohoo! It's slowly shrinking. Very, very slowly. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.